This gives a really dewy finish and I really like it. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the Morphe Flat Top Kabuki. I don't know what all these are specifically called, but I'll link everything in the down bar below, and I'll link like the whole gift set and everything if you're interested in purchasing these brushes. This is a really good foundation brush. I have used it. I prefer to use a beauty sponge when I apply my foundation, but for the purpose of this video and showing you guys these brushes, I'm going to use this Flat Top Kabuki. So I'm just going to take my foundation and apply it. For concealer, I'm going to take the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. This is something I've recently gotten and I really like it. It gives really good coverage and it's easy to blend. I just kind of put it in the typical places that I talk about putting concealer. I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender because none of the brushes that came in the Morphe kits really do what I need them to do for concealer, so I'm just going to use my sponge for that. I'm going to take the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and prime my eyelids. They're already starting to crease, so clearly I need a primer. I'm going to bake just a bit. Whew, that's powdery. Okay, while the bake is sitting, I'm going to take my Anastasia Brow Wiz and go ahead and do my eyebrows. And I'm going to use this little mirror up close because brows are like hard to do from far away. So I'm going to wipe this bake off with this Morphe kind of tapered small, it's almost like a blush brush, but it's like a baby one. And I love this. It's perfect for underneath the eyes because you can just brush away that bake and it just fits perfectly under there. And if you want to pick up a little bit more powder, which I'm probably going to do, I really like this brush. It's perfect for this job. Next, I'm going to go in with the angled brush by Morphe and I'm going to apply my bronzer. I'm just using the Sunny Bronzer by NYC. Now I'm going to take the Morphe blush brush, this one right here, and I'm going to apply a Milani blush in the color Luminous. I've had this a really long time, but I just recently pulled it out and it's so pretty, but just any like light pink blush will do. Just to add a little more color, I'm going to take a color from my Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. You can use whatever you have. I just want a little bit more color, so I'm just going to do just a pinch of one of the shades in that palette. I think I'm using Rose Spritz. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the cheekbones, and I'm going to be using the fan brush by Morphe. I prefer to use a sponge, but you can totally use a fan brush and it gives a much lighter application. So I'm just going to take Champagne Pop by Becca, or Jaclyn Hill, I don't know how you want to say, and I'm going to apply that to the top of my cheeks. Down the bridge of the nose, a little on the chin, and kind of around the eyebrow. I'm going to use my beauty blender just a little bit to kind of press it in so that it picks up a little bit so that it all kind of blends together. I don't want it to look too like I've applied too much. So now we're going to move on to eyes, and today I'm going to be using the Lorac Unzipped palette. Some really beautiful rose toned blush shades, and I think it'll be perfect for Valentine's Day. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the Morphe All Over eyeshadow brush and I'm going to apply Undercover, which is the first shade in the palette, all over my lid. Just to give it a nice base for the colors that we're going to be using. Next, I'm going to take this blending brush and I'm going to take Unconditional, which is like a purpley mauve, and I'm going to put it into my crease. After that, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to apply it to Unbridled. And that is the last matte, the darkest matte shade in the palette. And I'm going to just put that in the outer crease. I'm going to go in with the other fluffier blending brush in the kit, and I'm going to take Unspoken, which has more of a brown tone to it. I'm just going to blend all these colors together. I'm going to take that flat liner brush that I used again and take that first undercover, and I'm going to kind of carve out this region, make it a little sharper, and kind of buff out these edges. Just give it a very like sharp look. The next thing I'm going to take is a flat brush to do underneath my lid, and I'm going to take first Unconditional and just kind of put it underneath the lash line. And connect it with the colors on the lid out in the corner. Then I'm going to take Unbridled and do the same thing, but only on the outer corner. Now I'm going to take that flat brush again and I'm going to apply Unreal, which is like a very champagne-y pink, beautiful shade. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. Well, kind of like the inner half. Next, I want to give it a little bit more of a pop, so I'm going to take my setting spray by Urban Decay and I'm going to spray. I'm going to dip the brush that I just used back into that same color, and I'm going to spray both sides. I pretty much coated both sides because I'm going to use one on each eye. I'm going to spray that really good, and I'm just going to apply it to the same spot that I just did, and it's just going to be much more pigmented. Moving on to the inner corner and brow highlight, and I'm going to be using Champagne Pop again. It's the same thing I use for my cheek highlight or cheekbone highlight. And I'm going to use this little tiny brush, and I'm going to coat that with Champagne Pop, and then I'm going to spray it as well to give it a little bit more, you know, a little bit more. I am going to take a little bit of that Unspoken and Unconditional mixed together with the fluffy brush that we used before, the really fluffy one, and I'm just going to kind of blend everything one last time to make sure everything is blended nicely. Okay, so I'm going to leave camera to do liner and lashes, maybe. We'll see. If I come back with lashes, then it'll be a miracle. But I'm definitely going to come back with liner and mascara. I just cannot do it on camera, and it won't even be helpful for me trying to show you. So I'm just going to go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. I used the Salon Perfect Be Natural lashes. I think I got these at Walmart, and they were actually really easy to apply. So if you struggle with lashes, I definitely struggle with lashes. These have a super thin band, and that's always way easier to work with than as opposed to like a thick band lash. So these are awesome, and I think they were really cheap, and they're comfortable too. So I just applied those, and I applied my Kat Von D liquid liner, and I did a little bit of a wing, not too much. Now for the lips, I wanted to say that I didn't use this brush. I didn't use this little bitty baby pencil brush. You could go in and instead of using liquid liner, you could do like shadow if you just wanted like more of a natural look, and you could use this for that. I just wanted to mention because it's the only brush out of the whole collection that I didn't use in this tutorial. For the lips, I'm going to go in with an Urban Decay lipstick in Naked. And to top that off, I'm going to use a Revlon lip gloss in Supernatural. Don't forget to give it a quick spray with your setting spray, especially if you're going on a date, you want it to last all night. completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this tutorial was easy enough for you to follow. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. That would be so great. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.